communication continued between family members and legal representatives. During this time, emails were exchanged, and they outlined where everyone stood on both sides. There were now disagreements over where Sierra should live. There were also concerns raised over her well-being. And then, of course, there were competing narratives about what was actually in her best interest. Eventually, though, Sierra was required to comply with the court order. She returned to her mother, but the situation didn't just settle down. Instead, it began to escalate once again. Sierra later provided statements that outlined her perspective on both living arrangements and family dynamics. These statements included claims about her experiences and her reasons for wanting to remain with her father, and we'll talk some more about this later on. At the same time, other family members, including Sierra's siblings, provided their own accounts, but these did not always align. It's difficult to paint one clear picture here because there is no single unified version of events. Instead, there are multiple people, and all of them are presenting their own interpretation of the same situation. And in complex family situations like this, everyone has their own truth, although I don't really like that phrase. I think it actually works here, so I'll just put it that way. What is consistent though, from everyone's point of view, is that the family dynamic had clearly become unstable, because now once again there were legal interventions, there were those written statements, and there were ongoing disputes about control, safety and responsibility. The reason why I've really tried to drill into this is because I'm trying to set the scene here. And as always, these things don't happen in a vacuum, so it's important to hear and try and understand. To add a whole other layer to this thing, during the same time that we've been discussing, daughter Sierra, now aged 16, was in a relationship. The boyfriend was an 18-year-old named Aaron Guerrero. The relationship developed and had been going on for a few months, and it seems like it was serious. And from the available information, it was not viewed as a minor or casual connection. It was serious enough that it began to influence a lot of different things for Sierra. At some point, plans were discussed between Sierra and Aaron about leaving. And this wasn't framed as a short trip or a vacation. They were talking about moving away for good. As we know, Sierra's home life was pretty bad. There was a lot going on there, and to me this sounds like an attempt to just remove herself entirely from that environment. Father Daniel became aware of the relationship, and he also became aware of the plans to run away. So, as a parent really should do, Daniel intervened and he restricted contact between Sierra and Aaron. He was serious about this too. He limited their communications, and the relationship was now no longer permitted to continue as freely as it had been. So now, on top of everything else within this family, there was yet another